Hello and welcome back to my channel again, and today we are going to see how to create a partition. Why? Because we are practicing for rhcsa, and there are three type of question like LVM, swap, and there is a extended LVM, I guess. Yeah, extend LVM. So these three type of a question required you to have a knowledge of creating partition. How you create partition is very important. You can create partition by using parted command, or you can use either fdisk command. Both command has their pros and cons. So we will see one by one. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so please go subscribe it and smash the like button. And before a further ado, let's get ahead. So here you can see I already did lsblk here, uh, but let me clear my screen again and do lsblk again. If I do lsblk, what you have see here that I have sda, sdb and sdc. These are the storage device that my machine currently holding, and sda, sda is total 10 GB. Out of 1 GB hold by SDA1 partition, and 9.1 GBs is held by SDA2 partition. This is a partition by rel root and rel swap. So we can't do further partition of SDA. Why? Because it's already occupied with these partitions. So what left is our SDB and SDC. SDB storage device has 5 GB, and there is one partition here, SDB1, that is 961. So we have plenty of size remain to make a partition here. Same goes to SDC. But before going ahead, I'm gonna remove this partition from here by using any of two commands from fdisk or parted. So here you can see I successfully deleted or removed that partition, but it's saying me something that you have to alter the etc step file, but we don't have to do that because we just create a partition, not going to change that etc tab file. We do changes in that file while doing or creating swap file, LVM, or listing our partition or mounting our particle to particular storage. So we do change that file, but not gonna do this in this video. That's why we only focus on how to create partition. How we create swap or LVM, it's another story for another day. I'll make a separate video for it, no problem. So let's move ahead to the parted command first. Once you type here parted by a root user, wait, let me increase the font so you guys can see. Yeah, that's one, right. So clear first. Now press parted. The moment you type here parted, you goes into the interactive mode of parted command, that is by, you can see here, by parted here. Okay, and if you don't mention your storage device in the command, then it automatically using the default storage device, that is our system storage type, that is dev/dev and SDA, right? But we have to create partition on where? Tell me. We have to create partition on SDA? No, we are supposed to create partition on SDB and SDC. So we have to select this storage device. How we select it? by doing dev sdb. You may ask why we are saying slash dev here. So it's just a directory, and in Linux everything file. So to communicate kernel going to communicate with your device, the hardwares, all hardwares. A storage device is treated as a hardware too. And in Linux everything is a file. So where is the storage device file? It's on slash dev directory. Every hardware file present in your slash dev file directory. Same goes to your storage device. So slash dev and slash sdb represent your this storage device file. I hope you understand. Once you click it, now you are inside of slash dev and slash sdb. You can see here, right? Okay, we are inside of it. Now what? How am I supposed to partition? They say the type help to weave the command list. So we will do help. And here you can see help is not that helping. Align, make part, mk label, name, print, rescue, seed, and parted. To conclude this, the parted is not a newbie friendly. For partition, you have to do here. For making partition, you need to type here mk part. But before doing that, let me quit. Clear. If you're doing first time of partition of your storage device, so you may find a problem like please label this device storage first, STB. So you have to label it first. That type of warning it will give you if you use part8. That type of warning not come in when you are using fdisk command, because it by default give your storage device as ms-dos partition table. But if you are using part8 for newly created storage devices, so it may throw you some error, and for restoring that error you have to do mk label gpt or ms-dos, up to you. So I'm gonna do ms-dos here, save fdb ms-dos, but I already create label of this storage device as gpt, so it's throwing me another warning that existing disk label will be destroyed and all data on the disk will be lost. You want to continue? Yes, ignore that, because we saw that our storage device is empty, it doesn't have any partitions, right? So we can ignore it. Yes. Now parted, press parted. Oh sorry, quiet. Parted, select your device storage, sdb, and mk part. Mk part, you're gonna use it, and it asks you to primary or extended. See, if you use ms-dos, right, so it asks you the primary or extended. Otherwise, if you use gpt, then it won't ask you the primary or extended. So just remember. So I'm gonna write here primary file system type. This is the another problem with the part8, that you have to remember the all file system type for LVM, swap memories, and etc. Whatever. So I'm going with the default here because I don't want to remember, and why I will tell you later. And here is the another problem with the part8, that you have to mention the start point. Right now, as we see, there is no partition in our SDB device, so we can choose any starting point, doesn't matter. Okay, but where it matter I will tell you by another example, but let me finish this first. 0, I'll type here 0, start with 0 and end with 01024. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a partition with the size of 1024 MB, right? This is the resulting partition not properly aligned. Best performance is 2048 second. Ignore this. Ignore. And finally, you created your partition. But see, the partition command or interactive shell doesn't give you automatic response for that you have successfully created the partition. You need to check it by yourself by typing here print. Once you type here print, you will see a partition that is number 1 and start with this byte and with this, and total size is this, type is primary, file system type is this, and flag is but etc and nothing. So you successfully created the partition, and the moment you create the partition here, it also listed on your system, the partition listed on your system. So that means if you quit from here and type lsblk, then you will see there is sdb1 there, and with the size of 976. But we make sure to type the 1024. Why we are seeing here 976? Well, let me tell you, there is a two type of size format. First is capital M, and second is MB. M and MB is different. M represent MIB, and M small m represent MB. So don't go don't go inside. I mean, don't ponder it too much. You done correctly at 976 M. If you want to see that the size in MB, then you have to do lsblk B, and you can see here the STB is 1024000000. Okay, so here you can check that, yeah, it's correctly 1024, right? It's just showing me in MIB, that's why there is a 976M. So not a problem. So okay, what if I want to another partition here, parted slash dev sdb. Okay, I'm again inside the storage device of sdb, right? mkpart, it will ask me primary extendry, I will say primary. File system, I will skip, and there is another problem, start. For example, you don't know that where your first partition ends, and if you type here 230 MB and is 0, warning, the requested partition 230 to 230 MB sector this, and the closest location we can manage is 1024 to 1230 MB. Is this still acceptable to you? What's acceptable to me? Yeah, this one. It's saying that you can only create partition starting from here, not from here. And if you want this one to get executed, please type yes. Otherwise, no. And I will tell you why there is a problem, because in some time there is a question that asks you to create a particular size of a partition for like 720 MB. So how you gonna do? You will do a math, right? You're gonna do 720. How you gonna do it? 1024 plus 720, like this. You will do like this, and according to this, you're going to mkpart. Let me do mkpart again. Primary file system start. Okay, start from 1024 and end from where? Add 720 here. If I add 720, then I will land into 1742, sorry, 44, right? And parted. Okay, I successfully created it. And if I press here print, here you can see Even I calculated, but still I missed the 1 byte here, right? For exact 720 MB, uh, I have to mention 1745 MB, right? In the at the end point to get exact 720 MB. So you will do mistake. The chances of doing your mistake is higher in parted command by this. But right now I want to remove this. So I'm gonna remove, just press RM and the number here you can see 2. So just press 2, RM2, and press print again. And here you can see, so your partition is deleted. Okay, so that's how you create partition from parted command. Next we will see how we can create partition from fdisk command, and that is going to be very easy, guys. Okay, just take a moment to take a deep breath while you can subscribe my channel and like again if you haven't. So pause this video and get a cup of tea. Okay, now I'm back, guys, and this time we will see how to do partition with fdisk. And trust me, it's very friendly. Yeah, it's very newbie friendly. Type fdisk here, same as parted. You have to mention which storage device you are using. Like this time I'm using a separate storage device, that is SDC, and yeah, it's all about it. You don't have to label it because it by default give the label like MS DOS. Here changes will remain in memory only until you decide to write them. Be careful before using to write command. Okay, that's the best thing about the fdisk, because if you messed up on somewhere or some point, like giving a different size or give the different file system, then you can always revert back by quieting it. This is because the all this thing remain in memory, and until we type w, that is write, it won't print it on your system. So we are good to go. And by pressing fdisk command, can you see how interactive it is? Like it already saying you for like press M for help. If you press M, then you will see very easy, just one word script for everything, like A for toggle bootleg, B for this, C for this, right? This is very easy, so even newly people can understand. Now for creating a partition, first we have to type here n for new, and because it MS DOS partition table, so it asks me whether I have to create a primary or extended, E for extended. So I'll press here P for primary, and the number of partition, as you can see, we can create a 15 partition in a MS DOS partition type, table type, including 3 primary and 1 extended, and 1 extended lead to 12 logical partitions. So I'm going to do one for partition number. First sector, it will get default value, not like a parted command that we have to mention it, otherwise it don't move ahead. So if we can skip it to skip last sector, well, this is very crucial point. This is why fdisk is very better than parted, because all you need to type here that how much you want. Okay, not need to calculate the first and last thing and then minus, then get the result result disk size. All you have to mention here that how much size you want your partition. For example, I want to take it like 720 m. Okay, So I'm gonna type it here plus 720 M and capital M. Capital M stand for MIB, not MB. In our previous step that you're using part 8, we use MB, right? Remember, MB and capital M is different. Capital M defined by MIB. Okay, so I create like that. Now I have successfully created a partition that is 720 MIB. But wait, did I mention here type of this partition? No. Mentioning type of this partition is also easy in part fdisk command. By how? But just you need to type here T and do it like this. And it will ask you to type hexacode or alias for all type. And here's the part you don't have to remember all the type list. Just type L here. Sorry. Oh, my bad. I did mistake. T and L. There you see so many type of storage. And I want to make it LVM. For LVM, we got it 8E, right? So we type here 8E. 8E. We got this. Change the type of partition empty to Linux LVM. Now, if everything goes right and we are satisfied with whatever we give input to this fdisk command, then we can type here W for write it on memory. If we type here quiet, then nothing will do, nothing will change. Everything you have done is gone for sure. You have to type here write, which is very best thing in a fdisk command, you know. So type here write W and finally you can see lsblk your partition that is exact 720M, the exact 720M, and this is stc and part type is partition. You will see why there is no lvm type, but don't worry. Once you create this partition, I will use this partition to create a lvm. It will show here lvm2, like here is showing this system file, by the way. See, so this is the conclusion. So this is all of it about the partition, how to do partition in Linux by using part8 and fdisk command. I hope you like this. I hope you like the way I represent this to you guys. If you have any doubt, still any doubt, please type in a comments, and don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel so you will get